Good day, everyone. I am Etidal Z de la Paz-Gallones, and I will present to you my research study entitled School Administrators, Management Preparedness, and Support Towards Learners with Special Education Needs, Implications for a Training Design, which was conducted last July 2021. So, Section 272 of Republic Act 7160, also known as the Local Code, Government Code of 1991, provides that the proceeds of the additional 1% Special Education Fund tax shall be applied. Why? In the municipality of President Rojas, the President Rojas East Elementary School Special Education class was given a portion of the SEF fund or budget for 2020 due to this advocacy and giving benefits and facilities to students. However, according to the data from the Social Work and Development Office of the Municipality of President Rojas, the learners in the central school made up a very small percentage of the total number of learners with special education needs in the municipality. But due to financial, health, and physical issues, the parents chose to enroll them in a school near their home or barangay, which urges the school administrator to be prepared to accept them because of the lack of budget towards the implementation of special education. Aside from the lack of training and educational background towards special education, school administrators do not consider having a special education class in their institution anymore. This resulted to the data perceived in the division of Capiz that only 18 schools out of 388 elementary schools and one national high school have offerings of special education program. Hence, based on this premise, this study sought to determine the management preparedness and support of school administrators towards learners with special education needs and its implication to a training design. So we have the statement of the problem. So this study aimed to determine the school administrators' management and preparedness and support towards learners with special education needs as an implication for a training design. So we have the research, design, and methodology. The descriptive study aimed to develop and determine the school administrators' management preparedness and support towards learners with special education needs as an implication for a training design. The study involved the 135 school administrators in the elementary schools in the First District of the province of Capiz. Total population was used in the conduction of the study, where all the school administrators were the chosen participants. We also have the data gathering instrument. So the instrument used is a researcher-made questionnaire in 3 areas. First part, wherein the personal data of the school administrator consists of their district, age, sex, length of service as school administrator, and educational attainment, as well as their specialization. Second part is the school administrator's preparedness towards learners with special education needs in terms of management. And the last part is the school administrator's support towards learners with special education needs, where corresponding questions will be given to the respondents to rate using Likert scale. With the said instrument, the following results and findings were implemented. First is the table 2. The data in table 2 revealed the male and female school administrators' management preparedness towards learners with special education needs. The results showed that both male and female school administrators are very prepared to support these endeavors for learners with special education needs. This implies that school administrators, regardless of sex, allot budget for the realization of the school-based facilities. Next, the table 3 shows the school administrators' management skills according to age. It can be seen that the young and the more older school administrators have no distinction in terms of the description of their preparedness, which is described as very prepared as shown by their corresponding mean results. The more senior is the school administrators, the more aggressive they are in the implementation of this program, as attested by a little bit higher mean score compared to those who are younger administrators, who are below 40 years old. Let's go to the table 4. When grouped according to their years of service as school administrators, table 4 showed that the school administrators who were categorized with more than 10 years of service has greater population in comparison to school administrators having 6 to 10 years of service. And 3 to 5 years of service were very prepared in terms of their management. This means that the participants of the study have sufficient degree of knowledge and expertise regardless of their years of service rendered as school administrators, and has awareness of providing facilities for those learners in regard to the requirements of the school-based management. We also have table 5. When categorized according to their educational attainment and specialization, table 5 showed that the entire group are very prepared, where most school administrators who finished their doctoral degree have significant preparedness similar to those who finished their master's degree and collegiate degrees. in terms of providing facilities according to the guidelines of SBM. This shows that regardless of educational attainment, most school administrators have positive attitude and management preparedness. These school administrators claim that because of the requirements that they should meet to pass the division school monitoring, they need to be knowledgeable and aware of the guidelines set by the school-based management. We have here now the table 6. This showed that most of the school administrators are supportive towards learners with special education needs when classified according to sex by both male school administrators and female school administrators illustrated significant support towards learners with special education needs. This shows positive support towards learners with special education needs enrolled in their respective institutions regardless of their skills and capabilities, which needs improvement and modification. Table 7 showed that school administrators, regardless of age, are supportive towards learners with special education needs. When categorized into their age, school administrators aging above 40 who have the most number of population are very supportive together with school administrators aging 36 to 40 years old and those aging 30 to 35 years old. This implies that school administrators are likely and willingly show unselfish concern for the welfare and benefit of learners with special education needs. So, therefore, they exhibit great moral obligation and willingness in serving and administering these learners. Table 8, when grouped according to the school administrator's years of service, this table shows that the most school administrators who were grouped above 10 years are contributing significance and are supportive towards learners with special education needs together with those school administrators categorized into 6 to 10 years of service and those under 3 to 5 years of service as school administrators. This implies that the school administrators exhibits sufficient knowledge and support towards learners with special education needs. Most school administrators claim confidence that although some of them don't have enrollees in the SPED needs, they are still supportive and are willing to accept these learners who are striving to learn. We also have table 9, which implies that generally speaking, regardless of the school administrator's educational attainment and specialization, they are supportive towards learners with special education needs. When categorized into their educational attainment, school administrators who have a greater population are those who graduated their doctorate degree, followed by those who graduated their college degree and those with master's degree. The participants depict high support towards learners with special education needs and helps facilitate effective monitoring and progress of provisions towards them. This means that most school administrators have necessary knowledge and understanding towards learners with special education needs, which made them supportive in assisting these learners and giving them appropriate facilities and encouragement for them to gain a meaningful learning experience. So we also have the table 10. The Mann-Whitney U test computation revealed no significant difference in the school administrator's management preparedness when classified according to their sex. The null hypothesis, which states that there is no significant difference between the school administrator's management preparedness when grouped according to age, is accepted and proven. This indicates that the management preparedness of school administrators are similar and has a positive result regardless whether they are male or female. Let's go now to table 11. The Kruskal Wallis H test implied that there is no significant differences in the school administrator's management preparedness when categorized according to their age. This shows that the null hypothesis, which states that there is no significant differences between the school administrator's management preparedness when grouped according to age, is accepted and proven true. This implies that the management preparedness of school administrators are similar and evident regardless of their age. We also have the Kruskal Wallis H test, which showed that there is no significant differences between the school administrator's management preparedness in terms of their years of service as school administrator. This means that the management preparedness of school administrators is the same and evident regardless of their years of service as school administrator. Therefore, the school administrator's years of service does not influence their ability and capacity in preparing themselves and their institution for the challenges and requirements brought about by school-based management. Now let's go on to table 13. The Kruskal Wallis H test computation stated that there is a significant difference between the school administrator's management preparedness when grouped according to their educational attainment and specialization. This implies that the school administrator's management preparedness is affected and influenced by their educational attainment and specialization. Thus, the educational attainment of the school administrator is significantly a factor that can contribute to their management preparedness. Now let's go on to the table 14. This computation presented the proven hypothesis, which states that there is no significant differences between the school administrators' support towards learners with special education needs when grouped according to their sex. The result means that the support of school administrators towards learners with SPED needs are similar and evident, regardless whether they are male or female. Thus, school administrators, when grouped according to sex, do not influence their awareness and support in providing facilities, modifications, and opportunities to learners with special education needs for them to attain quality education. We also have the Kruskal Wallis Test computation, which revealed that there is no significant differences between the school administrator support towards learners with special education needs when grouped according to age. The null hypothesis of no significant difference between the school administrator's support towards learners with special education needs when grouped into age is proven and accepted. This indicates that the support of school administrators towards learners with SPED needs are similar regardless of their age. Now, let's go on to the third to the last table, which is the Kruskal Wallis Test computation revealed that there is no significant differences between the school administrator's support towards learners with special education needs when grouped according to their years of service as school administrator. This implied that the school administrator's years of service does not affect how supportive they are towards learners with special education needs. Moreover, because of the gradual increase of knowledge of the department towards special education, therefore, school administrators claim that although they don't have the facilities to cater learners with special education needs, but because of the mandate that no child should be left behind, they are obliged to accept and support these learners, which aims to attain quality education. Now we go on to the Kruskal Wallis Test computation, which presents the result of the significance of the difference between the school administrator's support towards learners with special education needs when categorized according to educational attainment and specialization. So the table implies that the support of learners or of school administrators towards learners with special education needs is similar regardless of their educational attainment and specialization. Therefore, school administrators have high support in providing facilities that could cater their enrollees with special education needs because most probably of the fact that SPED and its provisions are already integrated in the curriculum of the collegiate degrees and even in further graduate studies, which makes them informed and aware in terms of providing quality education. Now let's go on to the last table, which is the data that reveals the relationship of management preparedness and support of school administrators to learners with special education needs. It is clearly seen that there is a strong positive and significant relationship between their management preparedness and support as attested by Spearman rank correlation coefficient, which is less than 0.001. This implied that when the school administrators are very prepared for the school management program for learners with special education needs, the greater is the support that they extend towards the attainment of this program. Moreover, it proved to show that the higher the management preparedness of school administrators, the greater their support towards learners with special education needs. Therefore, this implies that selfless and willing concern of school administrators for the welfare and benefit of these learners with special education needs. So we already have or discussed the findings and results of the research. Now we go on to the conclusions. I have here different conclusions. First, the school administrators, regardless of their age, sex, years of service as school administrator, and educational attainment and specialization, are prepared, open-minded, and have great concern for the welfare of learners with special education needs. Their willingness, act, and moral obligation to help and serve them is greater. Next. If school administrators, despite of their differences in age, sex, years of service as school administrator, and educational attainment and specialization, have positive support towards learners with special education needs, then they value all children and the quality education that their institution and subordinates in whatever their needs are and interact and supervise with them accordingly. There are minimal resistance among the participants against enrollees with special education needs simply because they believe that aside from not having sufficient facilities for them, they don't have a SPED class. It was further observed that school administrators who have high management preparedness have also high support towards learners with special education needs. Thus, high management or preparedness is significantly considered a factor to positive attitude and support towards learners with special education needs. It is concluded that regardless of the school administrator's sex, age, years of service as school administrators, and their educational attainment and specialization, support services, funding, and overall administrative agenda for learners with educational needs are realized. Lastly, management preparedness is influenced by the administrator's support towards learners with special education needs. From those conclusions, the following recommendations are recommended. First, despite the fact that the result of this study demonstrate a positive or supportive group of school administrators, it is advised that a training design should be developed. Next, school administrators and teachers may decide to form a partnership with families and community members to provide group support for learners with special education needs, to consider any curriculum adaptations, and to review and evaluate the learners' needs on a regular basis. It is recommended also that general educators, by organizing and obtaining approval from their respective school administrators, would assist in the referral of learners with special education needs from their class to the SPED class or receiving teachers. This may help to better define learners' educational needs as well as their safety, access, behavioral, and personal care requirements. Next, it is recommended that the SPED teachers facilitate trainings and integrate SPED topics in the quarterly in-service training and LAC sessions of their school with the obtained approval and assistance from the school administrators on strategic planning. They would assist the trainings of teachers on the characteristics of the learner's educational needs, strategies, individualized instructions and assessment, and the management of these learners with special education needs. Next, or the last recommendation is it is recommended for other researchers who want to utilize this study as a reference. The findings would serve as a baseline for other researchers who want to conduct studies on school administrators, management preparedness, and support for students with special education needs. This could also be a source of information on what issues and strategic planning the educators in their division need to be aware of in order to provide a conducive learning environment. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my research study entitled School Administrators Preparedness for School-Based Management and Support Towards Learners with Special Education Needs, Implications for a Training Design.